You know, there's many things I don't understand, but what I really don't understand is that only a few months ago we were completely concentrating on the exterior of the house, garden, the outbuilding, the bathroom basically, etc. And this place here, the first floor, was empty. Now, at this moment, the first floor is a giant mess, filled with stuff. And the ground floor is also a giant mess, filled with stuff. Can't walk around, breaking my neck over the stuff that's laying around everywhere. Drives me insane. I don't understand it. So I've got developed a new standard operating procedure. And that operating procedure is that when I stumble over something, a consumable that can be used straight away, then I'm going to use it straight away. That will slowly clear out space because most of the stuff is consumables. So, and the consumable I nearly broke my neck over this morning is this roofing material. Well, it's a roof lining, what do you call it? It's a vapor barrier. Vapor barrier, that's the right word. And I have this roll of vapor barrier because it was left over from the little house when we did the roof there. And now we are in the middle house and I need to do the roof here too. And I'm going to do it exactly the same as I did in the small house, the little house. I'm going to do it from the inside out because the roof tiles are just in good nick, and actually the rafters are also in very good nick. In the little house I had to double up on rafters because a few of these rafters were a bit dodgy, didn't trust them, so I added rafters there. But here they are all in really good nick. So I am going to install that vapor barrier on the inside. And then after that I'm going to insulate with styrofoam. And then after that I'm gonna clad the roof with wooden planks. And I'll paint them. Same as the little house really. So yeah, okay. If I've done that, then I have one less thing to break my neck over. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Get to work. Right, so I'm going to install it like that or like that. What should I do? The width of this material is 150. And this is roughly 220. So yeah, then I would be using 1.5 stroke. That's not very economical if I would do it like this. So, and the length is, measuring from the floor, $390, 150. Yeah, probably if I would install it like that, then with 3 I would have covered it, because I'm gonna staple the cloth, the fabric, to the battens. I think you call them battens, and they are going to fold around these timbers. That's not the way it should be done, but that's the way I am going to do it, because I don't really feel like renting or buying scaffolding, renting a crane, renting all kinds of stuff in order to remove all the tiles, the roof tiles, and then installing it from the outside and then putting the roof tiles back on. You know, I will do that maybe one day, but not now. Yeah. So yeah, what I did not tell you is that I need to have this place livable by the end of this year. And the reason for that is that Nadia and I will be traveling in early next year for probably 2 months. Now, we need people to stay here for these 2 months because we've got chickens that need looking after. I don't want to have people coming over and having to stay in the little house like we are living now. For me, that's fine, but I don't want to ask that from other people. So I want to have the house ready to be livable by the end of this year. So I'm a little bit of a time, sensitive issue here. I'm a little bit under pressure. I'm not panicking, not at all. But time is of the essence at the moment. So that is 50 aerated concrete blocks, which will give me approximately 7.5 square meters, which is roughly 75 square feet, which is roughly the size of the wall behind me. Six plates of styrofoam is roughly 17 square meter, which is roughly 170 square feet, which is roughly the size of the roof. Yeah, I went through my footage from the other day, and due to some technical defect it was unusable, so you didn't see a lot of what I've done here. But it's basically very simple. I just wrapped the roof in this cloth, wrapping around each rafter, stapling it in so that it stays in place. And I trimmed a little bit along the edges, not more than is necessary. And now I'm going to start cutting these styrofoam boards and placing them between the rafters. In the gaps that will probably be there, I will fill up with the expanding PU foam. And then after that is done, I will have to start thinking about electricity, because I'll probably want to have some lamps hanging here from the beam, and we need electricity up there. So, but I'll do that after I have installed these styrofoam boards, because I can still squeeze in Electra if I decide to do so. And also, while I'm working on the styrofoam, I get ideas of where power points need to be, and lights, etc., etc. So just let's just get cracking on. filled all the cracks with expanding PU foam. Well, definitely most of the cracks. What I'm gonna do now, you won't be able to see that, but I'm going to use that polystyrene that's left over to cover the door opening here and the window here. Outside it's light, and then where I can see light coming through, that's obviously still a leak. So I gotta spray some more in there. But this is pretty well done. Yeah, then I'm gonna leave this job for a little while. I have other things to do. But the next step here would be to install electricity. After that, rendering the walls. And after that, planking, boarding this all up and painting it. And then it will have completely transformed. It will look good and it will look inviting and fresh and new. And then after that, but we're talking probably months away, I'm gonna have to cut an opening in the floor here because the stairs in the middle house downstairs are going to end up here, right? But that's far in the future. We have plenty of other things to do first. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly trim all this foam and squirt in some more and then move down to the bathroom. Right, so I've got my floor leveled. That is sort of cured, definitely cured enough. Now I'm ready to start building this back wall. For people who haven't seen a number of episodes back, what you're looking at here is the wall from the property of our neighbor. This is not our wall. So what the previous owners have done is they have just built an outside wall in the garden and another outside wall, and with these two new walls, the wall of our neighbor and the outside wall of the big house, they created an enclosed space. They have placed beams going from the outside wall of the big house and their new wall, and on top of that laid a floor and build on. This is a non-load bearing wall. This is not even part of the construction of where we are now. But I cannot build a bathroom making use of our neighbor's wall, although that's not going to be torn down during my lifetime. I can't integrate our neighbor's property's wall as a main wall in our bathroom. I can't do that. So I am just going to put up a wall, not a very strong wall, but also not a flimsy wall as was there before. I have bought all these aerated concrete blocks and I'm going to put up a wall. Initially I was planning to make 4 new walls for this bathroom out of this aerated concrete, because I figured then I have a very clean surface to start building our bathroom on. Plus I have a gap between the existing wall and my bathroom wall for ventilation, but thinking about it more and doing more and more research, I think that would just be a waste of time and money. I'm just going to put up this wall, of course, because I don't want to integrate our neighbor's wall in the bathroom. And then I am going to render the existing walls, and that should just work fine. So I have leveled the floor, that's cured, sort of. And now I'm going to do a job that I've never ever done before in my life. I'm going to do some serious masonry work, and all the other masonry work I've done here is in a way structural, but mostly cosmetical, making it look good. This wall is going to be structural because it's going to be over 2 meters tall, and I don't want it to come falling down, and I also want it to be straight and strong. I'm gonna make a lot of use from my bubble level gauges, etc., and just take it very easy. I'm planning to lay the first row today, let that glue settle and cure overnight, and then I will continue on, because I don't want the first row to start sagging. I have to level the floor a little bit with that glue. So yeah, it's important that that cures before I start putting the load of the rest of the blocks on. Okay, I got all my bubble gauges ready. I got my my wedges to correct where I need to. Yeah, let's just put some glue on. How much do I need actually? Up to here. Up to there. Okay. And then see how this goes. It's always exciting doing something for the first time. And failure is always an option. So I'm now adjusting the stone, the tile with these wedges. I am inclined just to let this one go off first. Nah, let's make a bit more glue and do the second one too. Why not? Just made a very small batch again. I'm just gonna take it step by step. I really don't want to screw this up. This edge here, of course. I put it on this one and not on the one that I've already set, because that could dislodge that one. Now, I did watch a few videos and I saw that they, the professionals, they use a sort of a trowel with teeth that is exactly the same width as the stones, which is pretty cool, but I don't have it and I couldn't find one. So I'll just have to okay, so my line, now we're gonna level it. Far so good. This is number 2 out of 5 that would make up this whole row. Another batch and we do number 3, why not? yeah, so I only planned to do the first row, but then my batch of glue was a bit too much, so I yeah, put 3 blocks on the second row, and there, well, perfect doesn't exist, but it's pretty close. Now I'm going to have my lunch break, and I need to do some other stuff, so I'll let this cure at least 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I'm gonna have another look again. Maybe put some more on, or I'll wait until tomorrow. Don't want to rush this job. Right, so this has been curing and drying now for 2.5 hours. And I see on the blobs of glue that have fallen down on the floor, they're just still soft. And the glue that is been sitting here on the stones, on the concrete blocks, has dried a bit. But this is definitely not cured. I'm gonna have to leave this overnight, and then I think tomorrow we carry on building. Yeah, it's not smart. I'm not gonna stress it. I rather let it take a little bit longer before this wall stands than that it all comes down. Or later on that I feel I finished it, but I don't feel secure about it. It's just not good. We'll carry on tomorrow. So, I'd like to thank the people who have supplied us with generous amounts of coffee this week. Thank you so much. Without you, I really couldn't do this channel. And the rest, thank you for watching, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. And then I'll see you next time. And next time we carry on with this wall and probably finish it. Ooh, fingers crossed. Bye now.